It's like it's a quick, sudden change. No time to grieve. Like
I didn't even. Up to this day, I don't even feel like I grieved.
Yeah.
And it's been 8 years.
Hey, you're tuning into the mindfultea podcast, the show that helps people conquer their mind and body with an open heart. On this show, on episode 2, I have someone that I hold close and dear to my heart. I have known this person for 10 years and have watched this person grow into the amazing person that he is today. A man that has 4 children, is a family man, and on top of that, at his age, keeps a well-maintained health, not only just physically, but his mindset. I'm introducing you to this person that is closer to me more than I would even say that if there was a word higher than a brother. His name is Alieu Mboge, and welcome. Brother, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Thanks for having me, and it's my pleasure to be here today. And I'm excited to share with you the bond we have, how we met, and just my general well-being and stuff like that.
Oh man, thank you for coming on the show.
It's a pleasure, always.
Man, I've been wanting to have you on the show for quite some time. Even though I'm just starting on, there's so much that I've learned from you, that I've gained from you over the years that I've known you. But just like a small, brief introduction for the people that are watching, could you just tell them like who you are and where you came from? Who is Alieu Mboge?
Well, that question seems, a lot of people think it's the easiest question on earth, but it's not. I mean, to the world, I'm nobody, but to my partner, my family, my kids, and, good friends like yourself, I am somebody that they adore, somebody that they value and depend on. See, my life it's very interesting. Sometimes I take a look back and I'm like, you know what, I actually have a pretty good life. I was born in Africa, in Senegal, grew up in the States, and then after that I spent about 10 years in America, and then from there I moved to Canada.
Yeah.
And then when I moved to Canada, I started in, obviously, Vancouver, which I went to school on Vancouver Island, did a little bit of university there. Then after that, I moved to Calgary, where I eventually finished my education and have a Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice Studies. And then after that, worked at the Calgary Remand Center for a bit for experience. And after that, I applied with the sheriffs. And then that's how obviously the journey started with you and me.
Yeah,
then I moved to Edmonton when I got the job.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it, you know how it is. It's history now, right? And then after that, I met my partner too, Michelle, obviously, as long as I have known her. And then, like you said, we shared 4 kids together.
Yeah.
And have a great family. I have great kids, great partner, great support. And you know how also, my mother is in my life. She's very, very close to me. And and professionally, what I do for work and how I balance family life, work at the same time.
Yeah.
So
that's something I definitely want to dig in a little bit further. Yeah. I want to ask you, because there's so much moving that you have gone through, and just from leaving from like Africa to going to the States to BC to now even here. That's a lot of changes. And for you, how did that impact you mentally? Because it's like you're stepping away from a different culture, a different whole environment that you've grown up, and then it's multiple changes. So how did you manage to kind of keep yourself insane, I guess, is lack of a better word, through that whole change?
Yeah, I mean, it's relative to me, because I have moved a lot, to be honest with you. Yeah. And some people will look at it like, this guy is not stable. But I learned a lot because, like you said, I moved to different countries, different parts. I have learned a lot. I have gained valuable education. If I have to say what education is, to me, it's traveling.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, because just sitting in a classroom and reading a textbook and taking tests, being tested on some kind of subject and stuff, to me, it's not even education. Education is traveling, learning different cultures, meeting different people, broadening your mind, opening your mind, you know what I mean? So for me personally, especially when I moved to Canada here, was like the game changer for me. Because, in the US, it's different. It's not as diverse as Canada is.
Yeah.
So because I was just on the southern state, which is Atlanta, Georgia, where I was, which was kind of like just, not very culturally diverse there.
Yeah.
And then when I moved to Canada, and then I'm like, wow, you can't even tell who's Canadian here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's different ethnicities, different backgrounds, different cultures. So for me, I'm very chatty. I like to talk to people. I'm interested in people. I like engaging people, talking to them, exchanging ideas, asking them about themselves.
Yeah.
So moving here for me, how it helped me, to engage myself was just being friendly, open-minded, and just meeting different people. And I have all kind of friends.
Yeah.
Who made it easy for me to transition into a different country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's an interesting way to put it, because like most people, they take change like that, drastic change, not so well, and they're not used to change. But for you, you were able to adapt and just take in and learn and grow with it to be who you are today.
Oh yeah. I mean, change can be bad, change can be good. But for me, I always look at the positive for change.
Yes.
Because there's always a reason for change. You know what I mean? Whether it's for the good or for the bad. But for me, I always get the positive out of the change. It wasn't easy, don't get me wrong, when I just moved there, you know what I mean? And I have no family here too, right?
Yeah, you're doing it by yourself.
Yeah, I was just always doing it by myself, because that's why when I just met you, and then you were just like the closest thing to family here for me when I just moved there, because you helped me move, find a place,
thank you.
Showed me the city with Sunny, right? So I got to give credit to you guys always.
Yeah, man, that seemed like it was yesterday.
I know, right? And you guys showed me the city, made me welcome, and even because I was like nervous when I moved to Edmonton, because I'm one of those that's between the Battle of Alberta thing, right? I'm like, Calgary is better, Edmonton is not,
Yeah. It just makes no sense to me.
But look at me now. Yeah. I can't even get out of here, right?
Yeah. So, no. Yeah. The one thing I admire about you, like, because in a world that we are in, it's very, well, to keep it blunt, it's very negative. Like, everyone wants to play the victim mentality and point fingers. It's easy to point fingers. And I'll give you an example, because we do work at the Alberta Sheriff's, and we've worked in an area where I won't give it too much information, but it's just we're in this building in a room where you're not there in the moment, but in that moment where I am there in that room, everyone is kind of down, and you could feel the energy in that room so negative, and everyone's just pointing and feeding off of each other. But the thing about you that I admire is that, I don't know what it is, but as soon as you enter in that room, it's like you have this light of energy, of happiness, and you're able to shift the dynamic of the room where everyone's joking, their inner child is out, everyone's just laughing, and as soon as you leave, everyone's just happy. So my question for that, like, how, I guess, not really how, but in the world that we live in that is so negative, how do you keep yourself optimistic with the optimistic mindset and be able to keep your cup full of love and joy and give to others while taking care of your own mindset, with your own mental health, I guess is a better way of putting it?
Well, for me, it's, like my schedule is one thing. One thing I always tell myself is, I want to wake up before everybody else does.
Yeah.
So I'm up at 4:35 o'clock in the morning. I'm already gone to the gym. I'm already awake. My senses are awake. My body's awake. My mind is awake. My soul is awake. I've already woken up, prayed, went to the gym, shower, meditate, and all that stuff. So when I come into that kind of environment, usually, I'm prepared.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've already kind of like get rid of all the negative energy out of me. I've already got rid of everything that will just drag me down. So that's why usually when you see me come in, because and one thing too, I don't like rushing.
Yeah.
So for most of those people too, like you said, in the room that are all, just dry, being negative, being down and all that stuff, is most of them probably just woke up. They didn't go to the gym. They have no energy. They're on coffee. They're on Monsters. They're on Red Bulls. You know what I mean? Just try to get up and start their day. So which I can relate. But then for me, I come in. I like positivity, because me personally, my biggest weakness is when everybody's down, when there's negativity, it drags me down, and I hate that.
Yeah.
So that's why usually when I come in, I'm like, I don't care how everybody's just down, negative or whatever, I will change that.
Yeah.
I'll do all my level best to change that mindset, because I like happy people. I like to be around people that are positive, people that are happy, people that are, upbeat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the negativity, all it does is just eats you up. It eats everybody up. It affects everybody else.
It does.
Because,
Yeah.
So when one person is like that and everybody else is like that, it's like, okay, leave him alone. He's in a mood, or he's down. And then you leave them alone. See, I don't believe in that. I don't leave them alone.
Yeah.
I keep going at them and then try to bring them up to level with everybody else.
Yeah.
So that's how that's what I like. I like positivity. I like happy people. I like to make people laugh. I like to, give people energy and talk to them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and it just makes for a positive environment and an easy day, especially at work.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if everybody's down and stuff like that, it's not easy to work with someone like that.
No, especially if you're working there for 8 to 12 hours a day.
Exactly.
Like you're spending most of your life there. Like, you don't want that environment to feel like that.
There you go.
But the reason why I say, and I'm not trying to discredit the people that we're talking about that we work with. I truly love you guys. Like, but it's just, I know you more at a deeper level, and you shared a lot of things. You've been vulnerable with me, and I'm very appreciative that you shared so many things with me. But knowing that you are going through your own mental battle and your own mental health issues, and I don't want to say issues, but mental health. But to see that you're able to still keep that optimistic mindset, and you're still happy, and you still want to keep everyone else around you happy, the environment happy, I find that very strong, and very strong trait that you have. And it's like, man, I'm always rooting for you, because I'm just like, man, I know you're going through some stuff, but like at the same time, like, man, I don't know how the hell you stay so optimistic, and on top of that, it's like your whole physique too, like not just your mindset, like you're 50, man, like, and to be 50 and to look fit the way that you do, and I know you take your health and nutrition very, very personal, that you take it close to the heart. I would like to add or find out a little bit more about that, because I know that plays a big role in nutrition and your mindset, and we've talked about that too. So how do you, like, to be able to keep the physique that you have right now and to keep the mindset that you have? Obviously nutrition has to come into the whole factor of everything, and I would like for you to share a little bit, maybe that could help a couple of the people that are watching, that could help them overcome their mental health or goals in order to be 50 but still physically fit and looking as in good shape as you are.
Yeah, well, for me personally, like, I've always been athletic. As a child, I played soccer all my life. I played American football. I've played basketball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So growing up, I've always been active and just going, right?
Yeah.
So then what changed was, and back then, when you're younger, you don't care. You can eat whatever you want and you still look the same, right?
Yeah.
So, but for me, what clicked in is I always liked going to the gym anyways. So when I found out about the gym and it started educating myself, like, even people would tell me, oh, you need to be a personal trainer. But I taught myself. But then first and foremost was that determination. Because who in the hell wants to wake up at 5 a.m. and go to the gym instead of sleeping?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't want to. Even I had a hard time doing that. Like, I'm not
there
gonna
you
lie.
go. So, but for me personally, the reason why, because I used to be that one too, that goes to the gym after work like everybody else. You remember back in the day, when, we used to go to Wall Health at City Center there, Wall Health on Jasper Ave at 5, 6 o'clock, bam, work out till 7:30, go home, eat, and, watch a little bit, go to bed. But then when I had family, when I had kids, now it changed the whole dynamic for me.
Yes, yeah.
Because now it's like, okay, when do I have time to go to the gym? I can't go after work.
Yeah.
Because then you got to pick up the kids. You got to take them to their activities. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to make food for them. You know what I mean? So then I'm like, when do I have time to go to the gym? Then I have to readjust and start going when everybody's sleeping.
Yeah.
So I'll literally go to the gym, come back, they're still sleeping, and wake them up, get them ready, and then go to work.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's the only time I have. But then when I started doing that, I'm like, okay, well, I don't have a choice. This is the only time I go. Then I realized, and then I met other people there at the gym that comes at the same time as I do. And then we became friends and became acquaintances at the gym. And I realized that, you know what? That's the best time to actually go to the gym.
Yeah.
first thing in the morning. You just woke up, your system is clean, your system is good. And I don't even eat. I just do fasted workout.
Yeah.
All I do is drink 2.2 liters of water while I'm doing my workout between the hours of 5 and 7 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah.
And then do my workout, hit the sauna, shower, and then start my day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the fitness part. That's how and then I go Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
5 days a week. And I do it religiously.
So in a way, it's like you're getting this one thing that is for you, basically self-care.
Yeah.
Right? But you're getting that done out of the way. So now that's one thing you don't even have to think about, worry about, but you've already set yourself up for the day.
Yeah, because I had friends back in the day when I used to go after work. They're like, okay. I'm like, okay, because I used to work out with other people. And then especially one friend, he'll always say, okay, I'm on my way. Sometimes he's like, okay, well, sorry, man, I can't make it today. I have to work late, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? This is not going to work for me.
Yeah, yeah.
And then sometimes, even myself, I can go sometimes, I'm like, I'm kind of tired today. Oh, I worked late.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's already 6 o'clock by the time I get out of the gym or by the time I go to the gym,
Yeah.
So I feel like the afternoon or evening time is not very consistent for me. I keep skipping. Sometimes I go, sometimes I don't go. But the morning one, nothing's going on at that early in the morning.
Yeah, even too, like, because you were saying, like, it looked like you took a moment to analyze your whole schedule of the day, because now you have family, right? And
Yeah.
that's something you got to take into consideration, and then work. So there's like many roles that you have to play. So it's like, really, there's no excuse. And you found like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna figure this out. And it seemed like morning, if I can get this gym done out of the way, get my prayer, my meditation, everything all done in the morning, then I'm already set up to show up for work, show up for my family, show up for my kids. Which, hey, you guys, hey, no excuse. This guy's 50 and he's still he's putting in the work, right? So that's incredible.
Yeah.
But for you to, like, see, like, I know work itself, the environment can be, again, like, it's very toxic. Not just like the people that we deal with, but sometimes some people don't even deal with the mental health that they deal with dealing with the situation. So for you yourself, I know you talked about working out in the morning and the nutrition and having your morning routine. But how do you separate from the work that we do and then show up for your wife and your kids? Like, what do you do? Is there like affirmations that you tell yourself through the day, or is there things where you just kind of like program your mind to shut off? So when I get home, I'm dad, I'm husband to my family. What are some tips or guidance that you do in order to kind of get into that?
Yeah, well, for me, I tell myself, I never take work home, and I never bring home to work.
Yeah, and
see what I mean?
Yeah, and I know quite a few. Well, we know quite a few. That's
so. What happens at work stays at work. I don't take it home. So, and also same thing too. What if happens at the home, I don't bring it to work and take it out on everybody else, right? Mm-hmm. So I know how to separate. Well, one good trait I have is that I know how to separate those two things, and I know when to switch off, how to switch it off. Mm-hmm. So when I go home, because like I said, one time this guy told me, he's like, if you have a bad day at work, okay, then you start it from that, and you don't want to leave it there. You start driving home. You get in your car. You start yelling at other drivers. You're speeding. You're being impatient, and then you're just like, get out of the way, man. What are you doing? Like, you're yelling at people. Yeah. So you're just slowly, you're transporting this home.
Yeah.
You're already transporting your bad day home, and then you go home. And then now your kids come, my dad, and they're like, stop yelling. I'm tired today. And then before you know it, then you get into it with your spouse. So everything is irritating. Everything is making you mad because you decided to just bring that stuff from work to home.
Yeah.
And it affects the whole vibe at home, the whole aura at home. And now it's a bad day.
Yeah.
That bad day just keep continuing. So for me, I personally try to just leave it at work, stop it right there. It's not coming home with me. It's not coming in the car with me.
Yeah.
And I leave it right there. Then I get home because I know, my kids are busy. I have them in all kind of activities. They do Muay Thai, they do hockey, they do soccer, they go swimming. So I have to do all these things.
Yeah.
You know, between me and my partner Michelle, because my daughter too, she's in all kind of dances too, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So we kind of try to balance between this and that, who's going here, who's going there. You know, we have a schedule, and she's really, really good at having everything written on the calendar. That's my weakness. So I don't know how to organize those things. So Lord, thanks to her, she organizes all these things, and we know what we're doing, who's going where we're going, and stuff like that, right? To balance it, and you know, just it seems like effortless, like nothing is going on. We don't even have busy lives, but we do.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that's awesome though. It's like you guys you work as a team. You guys have a system.
Oh yeah.
So
So I know the ones I take care of and the ones she takes care of, right?
Yeah.
So we have it well planned and well worked out how we do it.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, going back to your point, it's just, it's not that easy. But the bringing stuff to home doesn't benefit nobody, or me or my kids, right?
Yeah.
So that's me personally. That's how I do it. I'll leave it at work. I go home, listen to some tunes on my way to home. You know what I mean? And then relax my mind. And then I was like, okay, now I leave that hat as a sheriff at work.
Yeah.
And then now I put on the dad hat, the husband hat.
Yeah.
And then go home now. And I'm like, this is who I am now. I'm a father. I'm a partner. Mm-hmm. So I go cook, clean, prepare, pick up the kids, do the stuff I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
Without even thinking about what happened at work.
Yeah.
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 So that's how I personally, that's how I do. The switch. I like the switch. I switch it on, I switch it off.
Yeah. Speaking of your kids, because I know you just mentioned you have them in so many sports and stuff. How important is that for their mental health? Because I know we've talked about this in the past, and especially with how society is nowadays and how kids are growing up in this generation. And I'm not trying to get political about this, but it's more about the kids being the future and setting them up for success. How important is that for you? Because I know you take that very, very serious with your kids.
Yeah, well, because it's not easy, because my biggest weakness that kind of holds me back sometimes with my kids is patience.
Yeah.
I am working on my patience like you won't even know. Like I'm going to university.
Kids are the best for the best for teaching that.
So like if I can ask for anything, it's like, God, please give me patience and take everything else.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm working on that. And even my partner reminds me all the time about it too, right? So she helps me out with it too, to be patient, right? Even my mother too will tell me, right? But for them, you know, it's not like I'm overloading them. They're not overloaded. It's just, you know, soccer is 3 times a week. Hockey is twice a week, which is weekends. And we try to get Muay Thai is once a week for each of them. You know, dance is 1 week and weekends. But my daughter, just every year she's adding more and more to her bucket list of dance activities, right? But she's getting older to the point where she can, you know, take care of herself and take herself to dance, right?
Yeah.
But it's really, it helps me, because like me personally, I didn't grow up a place where they played hockey or I know anything about hockey. But now I feel like I even coach a team.
Yeah.
Just by watching my son playing, see him excel in the sport. I couldn't even tell him how to skate because I don't know how to skate.
Yeah.
So here I am trying to help a kid in a sport that I know nothing about. Right? Yeah. He himself sometimes will tell me, Dad, that's not how you skate. That's not how you do this. He'll argue with me, right?
Yeah.
But I have, you know, I'm really proud of the achievements I've seen in him, because I have seen him grow in the sport. And he takes it seriously. He loves it and he wants to be there.
Yeah.
Like me personally, I wanted him to play soccer. I wanted my kids, because that's what I did.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, here, I'm going to have a Messi and Ronaldo here. But
that's what you grew up doing. Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm not having it. Yeah. He was not interested in soccer at all when I put him in soccer. So I took him out. I'm like, okay, well, it's what he wants. And I'd support him in whatever he wants to do.
Yeah.
And hockey was his path he chose. And then I'm in there every week, every game, every practice. I don't miss, I don't skip. We're never late. Mm-hmm. He knows it too. He'll even tell you my dad hates to be late. So I didn't even know how to tape a hockey stick.
Yeah.
But then a couple of guys at work helped me.
Yeah, I remember seeing
Yeah, this. Exactly. You'll see me bring my kid's hockey stick to work to get some coworkers to tape it for me. But then after I watched YouTube and stuff, now I'm a pro at doing it, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and, you know, I'm really proud of him. He's doing really good. And every game I see him, I'm like, oh, man, this kid he's doing good.
Yeah.
You know? And then same thing with my daughter in dance too. Like she started, you know, when she was young, like 3 years old. So she's doing really good in it, during our competitions too, we go watch and stuff.
Yeah.
Same thing with EJ in soccer too, right? So, and he loves it and he enjoys it. They all enjoy their sports and stuff. So I try to, it's not like I'm putting them in these sporting activities to have the next McDavid or to have the next Ronaldo or to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, I want them to learn other things like, being in a team environment.
Yeah.
Because that's what the sporting thing is teaching them. Being on time, on a schedule, how to work with other people, how to behave around other people. That's all these things are, and they're also making friends along the way with their sporting activities.
Yeah,
and I'm also making friends with other parents and stuff like that too, right?
Yeah, it's like in a way, it's like life skills, really, honestly.
Oh yeah, and they need it, and they need it. I just don't want them to be at home on the electronics all day playing Roblox.
Oh, yeah.
So we know how that is, right?
That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah,
right there.
even when you go to hockey or soccer or stuff, they start like, "What's your Roblox name?" They're adding people, right?
Yeah,
which is fine, but.
No, that's good though. Like you're very committed as a father, and the fact that you are seeing, hey, this is something that they're interested in. It's like you're watering it rather than, no, I want you to do this because I think this is what is, most fathers or most parents want them to follow the way, and it's not that, okay, this is the right way, but this is what worked for them. Where for you, it's like, okay, well, yeah, this had worked for me, or this is what I like, but I see that there's potential that you like this, and let's work on this. Let's water this. Let's grow it, which is, you don't see it quite a lot. And that's very important, especially if you're trying to build a well-rounded child or well-rounded individual, especially that you're trying to, when you leave, like once you leave this earth, you want to make sure you give them the right tools of success, right? And not feel like, oh man, I didn't give them enough.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. I want to ask you though, like, because again, like there must have been something, may not have happened, but I know you faced quite a lot of adversity, but for you to get to this state of mind, like that, like what was it that gave you that shift? Because most people, when they face something, they're just like, you know what, why me, right? Or why God, or why not that person? And most people go through this, right? And sometimes they go through that until they pass away. And some people have like that spiritual shift or that shift in their mindset where it's like, okay, you know what? Let me take this into my own hands. Let me shift this and make it work for me. So if you want, like you don't have to, but is there a time that you recall that you had faced and that was the alternating change in your mindset where, you know what, I'm going to take the handles here, I'm going to take control of the steering wheel, and I'm going to steer my life to where I need it to be?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's January 2017 when I lost my father.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And at the same time, Michelle was pregnant with Kyrie.
Yeah.
So my dad did know that, Kyrie's on his way, and I was, we're planning for him to come over and see him too, right? Mm-hmm. So then between Kyrie born and my dad passing away was 2 weeks gap.
Yeah.
So my dad passed away first, and then 2 weeks later Kyrie was born.
Yeah.
So and my dad was I was very close to him, and he's given me a lot of wisdom, a lot of advices, and he was like my go-to, my pillar, my rock, and everything, right?
Yeah.
So when that happened, and I was like, okay, now I don't have a father. Well, a father, to, you know what I mean, so talk to about things and so like that. I feel like, okay, now I'm going to be lost. I'm done. What are we going to do? We don't have a father anymore. But then here I am becoming a father and father again, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, how does that work? How do I do this? Because I was going to be asking him for advice and stuff. And what am I going to do with, you know what I mean, with my kids, right? So, I mean, I wasn't prepared for it that soon, right? I was like, okay, well, I as a kid, you always think that your parents will never die. They're just going to be here forever, you know? But in that period of time, I wasn't prepared for that. I didn't think, he'll go that soon. At least, I'll get a little bit more out of him, right? But when that happened, everything changed for me. It was an adversity that changed me, to be honest with you, because now I'm like, okay, I have to be a father, and I have to be the father too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
To my kids, and how am I going to do this? So then everything have to change for me. The way I think, the way I do things. Right?
Yeah.
And emulate most of the stuff that he taught me, how he parented me. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So some of those stuff, even though it's different times, different generations, and different parts of the, world, right?
Changing, yeah.
Yeah. So then I'm like, okay, well, here we go. So everything was said and done. We did everything. He was gone, prayed for him, and, then, I started, raising my own family and my kids and being a father. And then I pretty much was like, there's no manual or a book to tell me what to do.
Yeah.
So I'm just doing it my way, right?
Yeah.
Just like winging it pretty much.
Yeah, I felt the same. Like, I mean, like you never really know. You never really feel prepared. It's just like you kind of learn along the way. It's like the first child you have seems like the trial.
Exactly. So here I am. I'm like, okay, what do I do? How am I going to do this, right?
Yeah.
So along the way, it was frustrating for my partner, frustrating for me. I'm trying to figure out this fatherhood thing, and then she's also trying to be like, you're not being a good father or whatever kind of thing, right? But she's always been supportive and by my side, and she understood that I was going through some stuff, and which it took me a while to deal with that adversity.
Yeah, because I was just going to ask you, like, because it seemed like you didn't even have enough time to process, like, the loss of your father, and then right away in 2 weeks, okay, now I'm my son is born, so it's like it's a quick, sudden change. No time to grieve. Like, okay,
I didn't even. Up to this day, I don't even feel like I grieved.
Yeah.
And it's been 8 years.
Yeah, it's a very long time. Yeah.
So I never had time to grieve, and I don't even think I still have grieved because then now I'm like, okay, my dad is gone. Now I have a kid that I need to. You know what I mean? A baby.
Yeah,
what I mean? So. I mean, I did it. I don't know how I did it, but, I did my best. But it was not easy, to be honest with you, because, you have that at the back of your mind, and then you have to deal with that adversity. But at the same time, you have to be present.
Yes.
For your family, for your kids, and your partner.
Yeah.
Be strong and everything else, right? Because society has tell us that men are not weak. We're not supposed to show emotions.
Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We shouldn't cry because crying is a sign of weakness for a man.
Yeah, always man up.
Yeah, man up. What is that?
Yeah, what is it? What is the definition?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I always, even recently, lately, I've been asking myself, what do you mean man up?
Yeah.
Why can't I cry?
Yeah.
Why can't I show emotions? I have weaknesses. You know what I mean? But since then, it took me this long, though, to be honest with you. The last couple of years, that's when I started, start thinking about all these things.
Yeah.
Like the adversity itself. Like, I just have time now to think about that now.
Yeah.
And processing it.
Yeah, just to open and find the root cause, find the understanding in it.
Yeah. And up to now, I'm still trying to dig out. Even sometimes my partner will tell me, it's like, you need to look at this. You need to find out,
Yeah.
She's pretty, like, I got to give her credit. She's...
Oh yeah, shout out to Michelle.
She's my doctor. She's my psychologist. She's my psychiatrist. She's my therapist.
I love her. She's amazing.
Yeah, I know. So she helps me a lot, right?
Yes.
To come through a lot, and she's been through a lot with me too, right? So she helps me a lot. Stay by my side, to get through a lot of things that a lot of people don't know about.
But that's what makes the strongest couple too.
Yeah, exactly. Right. There's a lot of things. Like you said, I can come to work and laugh and joke and everything else like nothing happened. But behind, there's some stuff going on that nobody will know. Only her.
Yeah.
And she's helping me go through these battles, right?
Yeah.
We've been through a lot of battles where she's my sniper, right?
Yeah.
Taking out stuff. Yeah. So,
that's funny. Yeah, no, I can see that. Well, she tells it like it is, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But she keeps it real. And that's what I like about Michelle, too. Like,
yeah.
She keeps it real.
Yeah.
She's authentic. She keeps it 100.
Very, very.
It's very hard to find people like that, especially in the world today. But you know what, brother? Like, I really appreciate that you came onto this podcast and shared your story. And I hope those that are watching, they gather that information and able to if it helps, whatever you're facing, whatever you're doing, or whatever you're battling, whatever mental health that you're going through, that the tips that my friend here, my brother Alieu Mboge, has shared with you guys may help you or help guide you along the way, or even advice that I even have mentioned. Or if you have any questions, please reach out. But most of all, and most importantly, especially that it's Mental Health Month of November, I do encourage you to check your mental health, especially guys, men out there. And we were just talking about it just now, like, man up, being able to, what is that definition of manning up? And I think manning up is being able to speak up as a man, especially when you are going through some stuff. A lot of people don't know, and that you're fighting within yourself, within your mind, within your heart. Find someone that you can open up to, be vulnerable, someone that you can trust. If not, reach out to the locals in your city, mental health hospitals that are there to help guide you and get you through whatever issue or whatever battle that you're facing. It's only temporary. At the end of the day, your mindset is the thing that you need to take care of, which will overcome everything else and keep your spirit healthy. As always, much love, peace. Don't forget, follow, subscribe, and like. Peace.